What's up, everybody? Welcome to a reaction here on youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames, previously recorded live on twitch.tv/KindaFunnyGames, where Mike Plays was watching and said it was perfect how I had it, because I moved something around. I think it's perfect as it is. My name's Greg Miller, and if you don't know, I'm one of the 5 people who still loves Avengers. And when I say still loves Avengers, I mean I haven't actually played Marvel's Avengers since they dropped the Spider-Man content, because then I had a baby, and then they dropped Spider-Man, and then I played some Spider-Man, and it was great, but then I couldn't team up with my usual group that I have a text message thread with. And then I said, well, no big deal. They keep saying they're going to put out a roadmap by the end of the year. And then that didn't happen. And then they said, we're going to put out a roadmap soon. And then that didn't happen. And then they said, we're just going to talk when we're ready to talk. And I was like, you know what? I can wait. And I haven't turned on Avengers since. But I'm still excited to get back to play Avengers. And maybe Mighty Thor will be the reason I turn it back on. If you didn't know, they are adding Jane Foster, a.k.a. Mighty Thor, to the game. And today they did they dropped a war table deep dive for the Mighty Thor. You see it here. Over here. You see it happening over here. It's rated T for teen. It's 6 minutes long. I was going to watch it with my morning coffee, and then I said, well, if I'm watching with my morning coffee, why not watch it with a few dozen best friends on twitch.tv/KindaFunnyGames, and then later, maybe, if it's good, on youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames. So we're going to start it now. If you are watching on YouTube and you're like, man, the sound balance sucks, you can blame Twitch chat. Over in Twitch chat, they are the ones who said what the sound balance should be. They will, throughout this, they will continue to bicker about it. But they are the ones who set it up. So that's how it's got to be. That's how it's got to be. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin it in 3, 2, 1. I've not watched this ahead of time. We just heard the beginning to make sure the audio bounces right. Again, remember, it's blame the Twitch chat. If you're a YouTube person, come on over to twitch.tv/KindaFunnyGames. Be like, you motherfuckers ruined the sound balance. So now here's the thing. I was never a big Thor man. I always wanted to like Thor, but that was always Sean's character in our Avengers group. And so I'm always a Cap guy. So
Jane Foster is the Mighty Thor, for she is worthy.
First off, she looks amazing. This is an amazing look for this character.
Assemble your team, Midgardians. The Goddess of Thunder has arrived in Marvel's Avengers. Our new hero, Jane Foster, is the Mighty Thor. She is a ferocious force of nature with even more precise control of Mjolnir. She, like Odin's son before her, is Thor. Her new twist on playing as a god of thunder means new team compositions and fresh co-op play. This allows original approaches to community events, endgame Omega level threats, and raid challenges. Jane Foster is a gifted doctor known for her skills and compassion for others, but fate had an even higher calling for her as the legendary goddess of thunder, the Mighty Thor. The story of Jane's epic transformation into the Goddess of Thunder originates from the iconic comics written by Jason Aaron. She first appeared as the Goddess of Thunder in issue 1 of 2014's Thor. After Thor Odinson becomes unworthy to wield his hammer, Mjolnir sits dormant on the moon. Many try to pick it up, but none are deemed worthy. Until Jane, who is battling cancer, hears Mjolnir calling out to her. Wielding the awesome weapon, she transforms into the Mighty Thor. Her adventures continued in 2015's Mighty Thor series and 2019's War of the Realms, culminating in an epic conclusion of Jane's arc when she transcends mortality and is reborn as Valkyrie. In Marvel's Avengers, Jane, the Mighty Thor,
says, Hermit Homeboy says 2014 feels like it was more recent.
A rift in space-time caused by tachyon anomalies. In her alternate timeline, Jane became the Goddess of Thunder when Thor gave up Mjolnir after A-Day, stricken with grief over the tragedy and Jane's cancer diagnosis that followed. When Jane takes on the powers of Thor, her illness is held at bay. There's no going back to her normal life now. She must fight on as the Mighty Thor. Jane's Mighty Thor possesses all the strength and power of a god of thunder and is a wielder of Mjolnir.
It does look dope.
Long years of watching Thor Odinson up close have allowed the good doctor to fight with Mjolnir like a natural-born god. However, Jane's relationship with Mjolnir isn't that of a son of Asgard, and she deploys the mighty hammer in ways that Odinson never did. Jane's unique talents with Mjolnir begin with Allmother's blessing, her new unique intrinsic ability, and God Tempest, her new overcharge, inspired by the Elder God sealed within Mjolnir. Allmother's blessing builds its overcharge meter with melee attacks and once full, unleashes her God Tempest, which increases ranged hammer damage and creates shockwaves with each hit. Allmother's blessing and God Tempest can be modified with mastery skills to boost damage, increase the strength of shockwaves, and improved intrinsic generation and duration. In her comics, Jane frequently shows more finesse with Mjolnir than the Odinson, and that shines through in several new features in her combat kit. This includes Quickfire, a new ranged attack combo that allows the mighty Thor to make a second, more powerful ranged attack by timing her next throw as she catches Mjolnir on its return. Jane's abilities, such as her ranged power attack, draw their inspiration from the epic combat in the comics. A great example of this is the Seek and Pin upgrade to her ranged attack, which empowers Mjolnir to seek out and pin enemies without needing to aim.
Oh, that's great. That was
Her
a pain in the
masterful
butt of
control
Thor.
even extends to melee strikes with Earth's finest, which adds a hammer toss to her light attack combo for extra reach. Jane also puts her own spin on classic Odinson moves like Headstrong. She relies on her Thunder Kit,
You guys know Headstrong,
a
right? You
brutal
remember
front
that? You
kick
remember that.
sends enemies flying.
Classic move.
The Mighty Thor's kit culminates in the All Weapon, her brand new ultimate heroic. Drawn from the pages of her
Valkyrie.
Thor and Valkyrie runs, Jane sends Mjolnir to seek and destroy nearby enemy targets on its own. Meanwhile, she calls forth Undiarn, the All Weapon, to protect herself, reducing all damage taken while smiting her foes. The All Weapon has a full set of specializations and allows you to customize Mjolnir's strikes, making them faster and
Shout out to everybody
channeling
referencing the
powerful
Headstrong
shock status
song.
against nearby enemies. Jane can even use Mjolnir as a personal orbiting defense shield. The addition of the Mighty Thor creates new team opportunities by adding a third flying warrior to the Avengers roster. Jane leans into Thor's lightning-driven
God,
kit
these fucking
while adding
robots.
exciting
How many
new
thousands of
abilities
these robots have
like
I murdered?
epic enemy obliteration with Undiarn. In addition to her awesome godlike combat abilities, Jane has a variety of outfits drawing inspiration from the comics. Additionally, Jane boasts unique takedowns, emotes, and nameplates. She also has her own hero challenge card and
Of
mission
course.
chain, allowing you to earn special rewards, including exclusive cosmetics and intel documents that delve deeper into Jane's story. The Goddess of Thunder brings fresh gameplay to Marvel's Avengers. Jane's
But not
mighty
fresh
Thor
content.
is an unstoppable force of nature that new players and seasoned vets alike will want to experience. Our recent changes to the leveling flow in Update 2.3 and event rewards in Update 2.4 make gearing a new hero smoother and more rewarding than ever.
I don't know about
It's
that.
a great time to jump back into Marvel's Avengers, so get your team together and call down lightning on your foes.
Olive Party says, get ready to do the old raid again and again. And therein lies the problem, ladies and gentlemen. June 28th, that's tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The Mighty Thor is out there. We will, oh, no. Kevin always does the thing where he makes it loop. How does he do that? Settings? Eh? I don't know. It's 6 minutes. I'm not going to talk. Okay. No, it makes it loop. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Mighty Thor. Here, so what's Greg Miller's reaction to it? The #1 Avengers fan, because they are dwindling. And maybe Miller actually on Twitter is a bigger fan, but it doesn't matter. She looks great. But it's the same thing as always, where it's like, okay, like it's a new character. But again, like I haven't played the game since October, right? November maybe. And then you look at this and it's like, I remember all these fights and all these robots and all these things, and it's just like, I'm not gonna go grind out Mighty Thor to, even if I like the character a lot, would I go through and grind it out to get to raid level to go do the raid? That again, this is how bad it is right now for content for Avengers, right? Where it's like they finally have a raid and my Avengers team has not done it because like it's such a well. You got to go do this mission to do that thing. And I know they've changed this since Lighter hit me up that you can get raid ready much easier now or whatever. But it was such a backbreaker to get raid ready that like only Fran ever went and did it. So like we all want to do it, but we don't want to do it. Like that sounds like a good idea of like going to do the raid, but and so it's like if that's the last hurrah for the game or whatever, like I think it's great. I think she looks great. I think the cosmetics are cool. I think the powers look nice. Like I'll try it out, but again, as I was never a Thor guy, right? Like. So I'm not like motivated off of that to jump in and do it. Like I'm more motivated for the raid to finish off Cap or get him the like 3 or 4 levels he needs or whatever it is to be there. And then like Spidey, I never got even to 150 or whatever the cap was at the time because I didn't want to bother my friends and get them on and then have to run and take care of Benjamin or whatever. So this is cool content that honestly probably should have been here a year ago. This, and I know you're timing out the movie or whatever, but I mean in terms of dropping new characters and stuff, like There's so many other things. Outriders comes out tomorrow. Or no, Outriders, we can stream tomorrow, right? The embargo's up right now for reviews. Outriders is out tomorrow. We're streaming that on Twitch. And like that seems more fun because, hey, here's new content for a game we enjoyed at the time. Whereas a new character with old content doesn't do it for me. So as always, my hope for Avengers is that they are going to build up to that She-Hulk event we had talked about before. I was, the voice actor confirming she's there and stuff. And like, we've seen Jeff Shine Cap was back in the booth, not recently, but not super long ago, whatever, off an Instagram story. And if I'm getting the character wrong, please correct me in the comments. She looks cool and this looks neat, but it's not enough that I'm like, I have to go play this tonight. You know what I mean? I'll check out the Avengers text chat here and Sean, see if he's out to play. And that's the other thing I'm not clear of. Have they confirmed, like, she's a new character, right? So it's not just a reskin of, it's not just like an alt skin for Thor. There is a mighty Thor that'll be next to him that you can do. Whatever. Again, she looks cool. I loved Avengers. If you've never played Avengers, I still think it's a fun game to go play, especially, if you have all your friends that can go do it. If you're enjoying Ms. Marvel right now, like, I think the campaign for her alone is worth it if that's a fun campaign. Not an alt skin. Thank you very much. Oh, Ken Lighter. Hey, what up, Lighter? So, I don't know. It looks neat, but, like, there's no content to draw me back other than, hey, this is a new cool character, and, Spider-Man couldn't keep me around for that, so that sucks. I hope they had more stuff to do in Avengers soon rather than just people to play. But I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my thoughts on this. Of course, you should sound off in the comments below and have fun and talk to each other. Of course, if you're not already subscribed to youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames, you should click the subscribe button, ring the bell so you know when we do stuff, because we put up videos each and every day. Of course, I talk about Avengers whenever I get the chance to. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/KindaFunnyGames, guess what? 30 minutes Kinda Funny Games daily is coming your way. So make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever the hell it is. And go do the Amazon Prime thing. You got Amazon Prime, you got Twitch Prime. You know what it is. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure to serve you.